Sister!
I have sent my students to your museum. Please show them the wonders of your world.
Great! I'm on my way.
Calc, I'm frightened. I'm frightened of the dark.
That's ridiculous. Darkness is merely the absence of light.
Oh, right then. I'm frightened of the absence of light.
Oh, why do I bother?
Oh, thank you, Jonathan.
You are welcome, Spigot. Why the thanks?
Because you made his fears disappear.
Yes, of course.
I spend day and night keeping this twit company, and Jonathan Singh gets all the thanks.
Hello, children. Come on through. Good morning, children. Welcome to my world, the world of Jonathan Singh.
Hi, Dr. Singh. Miss Singh told us to say hello.
Say hello to her too.
Miss Singh said we're supposed to work on our science project.
We're learning about matter and energy.
Ah, you need to make a visit to Professor Proof. Over here.
Dr. Singh, where? I don't see a professor.
Right here in front of you.
Books. We get enough of those in school.
Oh, these are not ordinary books. These books are full of energy. In fact, you might say they are full of light.
Professor, I left this glue stuff on your chair and... Hey, why is it so cold in here? It is freezing. Did you leave a window open? Professor? Hey, Professor, can you hear me? I think the cold has affected your brain. I better get some help.
Spigot, there is nothing wrong with me. I am just observing matter.
It looks like you are staring at a plate of ice cubes to me. I better turn the heat up in here to thaw out your brain.
Oh, Spigot, my clever little surprise. You have just talked about an important part of matter.
I have? Well, you know, I guess I really do know my science stuff. And wait a minute.
Matter is everywhere around us and is everything. Matter comes in 3 ways, or what we call phases. Solid, a liquid, and gas. I have been observing matter in the solid phase. But matter can change.
I think we need Mr. Graphic.
Matter is anything that is a solid, liquid, or gas. Here are a few examples. Ice can be all 3. It all has to do with energy. That's what happens to the ice when we heat it up. It changes from a solid to a liquid to a gas. Matter is made up of particles packed together. The phase that something is in has to do with how much energy is taking place within it. In a solid, the particles move slowly and are tightly packed together. In a liquid, the particles move faster. And in a gas, the particles move very fast and are spread out. So, as the ice heats up, there is more energy and the ice changes from a solid to a liquid to a gas.
Wow, Professor, I guess it does matter what's around me. You just never know when it's going to change.
Spigot, let's try this experiment. take cornstarch, which is a very starchy flour made from corn, and mix it up with water, and what happens?
That's easy. It becomes a liquid. No, a solid. No, a liquid. No,
Oh,
a
this
solid.
matter is a constant change from a liquid to a solid. A scientific phenomenon. Hey, what are you doing with my ice?
Just a little science, Professor. Changing this solid to a liquid to quench my thirst.
Wow, that Professor Proof is a bit more clever than you are, Calc. I wouldn't go quite that far. I would say that he is intelligent. I wish I were clever. Let's face it, I'm nothing but a pot with no brains, which is frightened of the dark.
You mean frightened of the absence of light?
See, I can't even get that right.
Wow, it's hard to believe that all things are made of atoms.
You're right there. You can't even see them.
That's true. But look at the world around you. Everything is made up of the same basic building materials. They're just arranged in an infinite number of ways.
Give us some examples, Dr. Singh.
Here, now let me see. We need a zebra. Ashley, over there.
Wow! Hey, and look at that goofy-looking horse.
Steady, that's no horse, that's a zebra.
Why do zebras look so funny with those stripes?
Zebras have those stripes to help protect them from predators like lions.
Lions? Yikes!
The stripes of all the zebras together make it very tough for a lion to pick out just one zebra from the herd.
Oh, I see.
Every zebra that God ever made has looked different.
Really?
Yes, Static, no two look alike.
Those zebras are so wonderful. All I can do is sit and bubble and complain. If you had just a little intelligence, you wouldn't have such a bad self-image. A bad what? A bad self-image, you don'ted nutcase. Oh, why do I bother with you? I don't know. Maybe because you don't have legs like a zebra.
Legs like a zebra?
What are you talking about? Well, if you had legs, you wouldn't have to bother with me. You could just walk away.
No, obviously I don't, and therefore can't. I'm not made that way.
Neither am I.
Those zebras are extraordinary.
I had no idea that the stripes on every zebra were totally different. How is that possible?
Well, that's the miracle of God's creation. He's found a way to create a blueprint for every living creature that makes each of us unique and special.
That is incredible. How did God do it?
Anna, could you pass me that pile of wood blocks there, please?
These?
Yes.
Oh, I am sorry. I'll try and put them back together for you. Oh, I can't remember the order. There must be a million different ways a stack can be put back together.
Exactly. That's the secret of God's blueprint. DNA.
DNA?
Here's what we need. My Vision Master. Now, here we go. Are you ready? Watch the screen.
Coming to you from around the world, featuring our team of premier professionals, this is Healthbeat.
Thank you for joining us at Healthbeat. Topping the news, a worldwide search is on to find two people who are exactly alike.
This is Samina. She's been searching all her life to find someone exactly like her. She looked in all of India, she looked in all of Africa. She looked and looked in Europe and found no one just like her. How can this be? Out of 5.3 billion people in the world, no one is just like her. Her search finally brought her to the office of the famous detective Sherlock Moans. If anyone could find a match for Samina, Sherlock Moans would. He has files everywhere on everyone who has ever drunk water. Sherlock Moans proceeded to scratch Samina and said,
Elementary, my dear news watchers, there's no match for Samina.
By scratching her, he could determine she was indeed human and full of cells. She had millions upon millions of them, just like everyone else, but everyone's cells are different. In each cell there's a nucleus. It's like Shortalkmoan's file cabinets. It stores loads of information on you, about everything from the shape of your nose to the size of your feet. In the nucleus are chromosomes. These are like each file in his cabinet. These chromosomes are specially coded. On the chromosomes are genes. These are like the individual papers in Shortalkmoan's cabinets. They have written on them the specific characteristics of who you are. In each of your cells, except for the sex cells, there are 46 chromosomes. You get 23 from your mother and 23 from your father. They join together and make up your own special code. God created each of us. He decided what your special code would be to make you who you are. He took pleasure in making you one of a kind. Samina has gladly stopped her search. She is now enjoying who God created her to be.
Thanks for that special report. I went on a worldwide search one time to find 2 identical purple socks. But that's another story. Until next time, stay on beat.
You know, I am one of a kind. Ha, I can see that. I am certain that Jonathan Singh burned the blueprints after making you. As a matter of fact, you're right. What's that? My first memory was of looking into Jonathan's face. He must have just switched me on for the very first time. Was he laughing? No, but he was smiling. He said that I was perfect. And then he turned around, took the blueprints and threw them in the fireplace.
Well, if he made you perfect, then why are you frightened of the dark?
Oh, I thought you said that I was frightened of the absence of light. Well, whatever.
If you're perfect, then why are you frightened?
I don't know. Maybe because I've become dark on the inside.
DNA is the basic blueprint for every kind of creature. There's one DNA blueprint for animals, one for fish,
and another for birds.
Yes!
I wish I was a bird. Then I could fly.
Me too. I'd fly all around the world and you'd have to try and find me.
And I would.
So would I.
So you think you make good detectives? Great! You can help me find my dear flying friend, Professor Louis Cologne.
How are we going to do that?
Where do we start?
With this flying machine.
Hello, Dr. Singh and children. You'll never guess where I'm going today. Well, maybe you can guess. Here we go. This is the site of Canary Wharf on the beautiful Thames River. From the clock tower that chimes Big Ben at the House of Parliament to a famous detective agency called Scotland Yard. This city has plenty to see. It's where the police are called bobbies and the Piccadilly Circus lights up the night. At St. Paul's Cathedral, kids can be seen quite often. While at the same time the changing of the guard is taking place at the Queen's house. Or maybe I should say palace. Buckingham Palace. Have you figured out where I am yet? Okay, here's one more hint. The Tower Bridge is often mistakenly called the London Bridge in the city. That's right, London, England, it's where I am. See you next time. Cheers!
Wow, that was such a fabulous adventure, Dr. Singh.
Yes, it was. You have such fabulous inventions.
And fabulous books as well. What's this book about, Dr. Singh?
Now this book is the most incredible book.
Is it like the Professor Proof one?
That and much more. Not only is this the most incredible story, but you might say this is where all my adventures began.
Would you tell us about it?
Please, Dr. Singh.
Well, it all started when I was a year or so older than you.
And away at last. Yes, this is definitely the life. Flying side by side with the eagles, not a worry or care in the world.
Ship ahoy! Captain Pace, balloon off the port bow. She's gaining altitude.
You don't say. Let me have a look. Aha! That heap is no match for the dark wind. Let's have some fun.
You're a good ship, Peacewind. Let's look to the clouds and soar. I believe I smell adventure in the winds today.
Prepare to attack. Man the starboard guns. It's time for some target practice. Raymond.
Aye, aye, Captain. Crew, man the starboard forward guns. Prepare to come about.
Steady, steady, Raymond. Hold the altitude. Fire 1. Fire 2.
Dear God, help! Don't let them blow me and the Peacewind to bits.
Good shooting, men. You let the wind out of her sail.
Aren't we going to finish her off, Captain?
What? That old wreck? We have bigger fish to fry. Raymond, set course for Mount Dare.
Meanwhile, a few miles away, in the home of a wealthy government official, a teenage girl named Isabel is about to celebrate a special birthday.
Oh, Father, this birthday is the best I've ever had.
It's not every day my little girl turns 15. And since this is such a special birthday, I have one last present for you.
Another one? What could it possibly be? You've given me everything I dreamed.
This gift is much more precious than anything money can buy.
What is it?
Isabel, my dear, what I'm going to give you is more valuable to me than my wealth or position. Do you recognize it?
It's Mother's Bible.
That's right, dear. 3 years ago, right before your mother died, she made me promise to give you this on your 15th birthday. This Bible has been handed down from mother to daughter for 6 generations.
It is so beautiful, Father.
Its value is not in the wood carving, the gems, or the gold furnishings, Isabel, but rather what is written on its pages. Each morning your mother would rise early and sit by the window. Using this gold key, she would open the book, and then she would offer a small prayer to God that he would open his word to her mind, that it might be a light for her to live by.
A light, Father?
Here, take the key, open the lock, and turn to the bookmark. There, in the book of Psalms. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
Early the next morning, Isabel went to school. Like most schools, there are boys and girls who are kind and polite. Unfortunately, at Isabel's school, some were selfish and rude.
Wow, Jared, look at her. Now, that is one perfect lady.
Her? Yeah, she is beautiful.
Not only beautiful, but rich. Rich? Filthy rich. Her father is Lord Fitzwilliams, and he owns heaps of companies. And now he's some big shot in the government. When he says jump, you don't come down until he tells you.
Wow, I see what you mean. Well, we have nothing to worry about. She'd never even look at someone as poor as you or me.
You speak for yourself, Jared. You see this?
Yeah? What about it?
Well, says they're going to give 1,000 gold coins to the winner of the National Cross-Country Balloon Race.
Are you serious?
Of course. I'm going to win that race, the money, and a beautiful girl.
Only in your dreams, Bufford. Only in your dreams.
Oh, yeah? Well, we'll see who's dreaming when I cross the finishing line first.
Bufford, even if you do, Isabel will never give you a second look.
You'll see, Jared. That's right. You'll eat your words, even if I have to shove them down your throat.
The pirates on the Darkwind had shot down Professor Louis and his Peacewind many times before. Therefore, the professor was concerned that the pirates would harm the innocent children that would soon be flying in the balloon race.
Well, that about does it. That is the second time those pirates have used the Peacewind for target practice. There just has to be a way of protecting her balloon. Ah, God, I am feeling very old and tired. You know I built the Peacewind so that I could spread the light of your love to children everywhere. But Father, you know what the pirates are doing, and I just can't seem to find a way to protect the Peacewind. Lead me to the answer. Lord, let thy word be a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Amen.
Boots, my dear cat, it's not pretty, but we know being pretty doesn't necessarily win. I've decided to name my airship the Patchwork Wonder. What do you think about that? Yes, sir, Boots. I'm going to fly the Patchwork Wonder to victory, win the gold, get a better place for you, Mama, and me to live, and maybe even ask Isabel to be my girl. What do you think about that?
Jared! Jared! It's late, son. Come on in. It's time for bed.
Coming, Mother. Let's go, Boots. We'll finish the Patchwork Wonder tomorrow.
Jesus, I have been reading your words in the Bible just like Mother used to do. And well, since Mother died and went to be with you, I have been so lonely. Jesus, help me find some new friends. I am trying to let your word be a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Jesus, light up my path. Amen.
God always hears our prayers, but he doesn't necessarily answer them in ways that we expect. The answer to Isabel's prayer for new friends began the next day at school.
I got it all worked out. It's as good as money in a bank.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Oh, really? I'm going to win that race. Take the gold and spend the whole thing on Isabel. Listen to me, Jack. That girl will be mine.
What's a classy girl like that going to want with a fatso like you?
Yeah, watch it, Jack. Or you'll be eating my fist.
Well, here she comes, Romeo. Prove it to me.
Hello, beautiful.
Excuse me, I'm trying to get to class.
What's the hurry? Might as well get used to spending time with me, honey.
Excuse me, you're in my way.
That's okay, honey. I'm going to win that balloon race. And after I collect my prize, I'm going to collect a kiss from you.
I don't think so. A kiss is not part of the prize package.
Oh, you're right. How about a kiss now, then?
Leave her alone, Buffett.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Tell the headmaster? Come on. How about it, honey?
Leave me alone, Bufford.
All right. After you give me the kiss.
What do you think you're doing, Bufford?
Get lost, Jared. I'm talking to my new girlfriend.
Bufford?
Leave her alone, Bufford.
Yeah? Who's going to make me? You?
Maybe.
Laugh all you want to. Wait and see. The last laugh will be mine.
Sometimes we stumble around in the dark simply because we have no light. One kind of light illuminates our eyes. Knowledge can be a light to our minds, but there's another kind of light which illuminates our hearts. As we learn today from Isabel, that light is God's Word. Goodbye, goodbye, see you.
Calc, you know what? Let me guess. You are afraid of the absence of light. No, I don't have to be afraid no more. I've got a light on the inside.